Hello everyone, Miss Carrie here from Miss Carrie's Creations. I have another 5-minute Cricut class for you. Today I'm going to show you how to make a shaker border using the new Combine tools in Cricut Design Space. I recently made one of these for a scrapbook page, and I wanted to show you how to create one of your own. If you are new here, I would love it if you tap that subscribe button and let me know in the comments that you're a new subscriber so that I can welcome you. I'm using the desktop version of Cricut Design Space today. We're going to be using some simple shapes to create this shaker border, so no purchases are needed to create the design. My layout used heart shapes, so I'm going to grab one from the shape library over here on the left and add it to my canvas. I'm going to start with the frame piece for my shaker, which might seem a bit backwards, but making this piece first ensures that all the layers will line up correctly when the shaker is assembled. I'm going to duplicate this heart and change the color so it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. I'm going to layer these over the top of one another and resize the shape to make it smaller. Make sure you give yourself a large enough frame to add some foam tape in between the layers. I'm using a thinner foam tape that's about 1/8 of an inch wide, so I'll try to make it a little bit larger than that. With some heart shapes, you might have to unlock the sizing handle to change the shape a little so it looks more like an even frame. We're going to remove that smaller heart with the Exclude action in the Combine tools. Select both heart images, then click on Exclude. You can use Slice, but I prefer to use Exclude. With Exclude, the two images are still separated in the Layers panel, and I can make changes to the design if needed. I can also easily undo this if I make a mistake. To create the border, we're going to duplicate this 4 more times, then place the 5 hearts next to each other, making sure they overlap slightly. If you need to, you can zoom in so that you can see that they are overlapping. At this point, you don't need to make sure that the spacing or alignment is perfect because we're going to use our Align tools to help with that spacing. I'm going to select all the images, then choose Align Top so that they are aligned across the top of all the hearts. Then I'm going to select all of them and distribute horizontally. This will even out the spacing between all of the images. Before I weld them together, I'm going to check once more that all the hearts are touching. Then I will use the Combine tool to unite them together. If you've been using Design Space for a while, this was the Weld tool, but Weld is not as forgiving as Unite. Weld is still available, but with Unite, the images remain separated in the Layers panel, and you can make adjustments to them if needed. I recently taught a 5-day basics class where I share how each of these new tools work. I'll put a link to that class in the description below. Now we're going to create our backing piece. I'm going to duplicate this frame border, then use the contour tool to remove the smaller hearts. Now, I know this seems a bit backwards, but by doing it this way, I know that the frame piece and the backing piece are going to be exactly the same size and the hearts are going to have the same spacing. Before I can use the contour tool, I do need to merge these layers together. I'm going to click on the Combine action and choose Merge Layers. Now I can click on the contour tool and remove each one of the smaller hearts. All right, there are the 2 pieces that I need for my shaker border. If you would like to cut out an acetate piece with your Cricut, you can duplicate the backing piece. You can also cut out an adhesive foam sheet with the Cricut. Just duplicate the frame piece and follow the instructions in the Material Settings menu to cut this out of adhesive foam. I hope that this quick Cricut tutorial helped you create that sweet little shaker border for your scrapbook pages. If you have any questions, feel free to post those in the comments.